Buenos días a todos. Vamos a iniciar este seminario, primer seminario internacional, líderes en el emprendimiento. Antes de comenzar, ya tenemos aquí a nuestro ponente, el doctor Darsha Patel. También tenemos, en representación de la doctora Gloria Angélica Hernández Obledo, a la doctora Carla Noemí Padilla Martínez, quien es nuestra secretaria académica, quien dará unas palabras para inaugurar este primer seminario internacional. Ahora lo digo un poco en inglés para que nos entienda bien el doctor Darshan. Welcome to everybody. Here, the Dr. Carla Padilla is going to pronounce some words to welcome to this first seminar, International Seminars of Leaders in Entrepreneurship. Please go ahead, doctora Carla. Gracias.
Thank you. Buenos días a todos. I will begin in English for the respect to our speaker. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the International Seminar Leaders in Entrepreneurship, which is hosted by the Innovation and Entrepreneurship Laboratory and the Global Self-Learning Center at University Center of Lagos. On behalf of Gloria Angélica Hernández Obledo, Rector of University Center of Los Lagos, we give you the warmest welcome, and we hope that the conferences and of the seminar have important elements and knowledge for all the participants. This is the first international activity of the year, and we are very honored to have 4 great speakers, to whom we are very grateful for their participation from Honduras, India, and Malaysia, and Mexico, of course. We wish you success in this event, and we appreciate this activity because it's going to be very important for our students and very motivational for our students. Ahora me permitiría decirlo en español también para toda la audiencia. Buenos días, espero que todos sean muy bienvenidos, que disfruten mucho este evento. Este seminario internacional creo que es un muy buen esfuerzo. Y bueno, tener a líderes de emprendimiento aquí en la universidad, aquí en el Centro Universitario de Los Lagos, pues siempre es un honor y siempre es muy enriquecedor. Pues a nombre de la doctora Gloria Angélica Hernández Obledo les damos la más cordial bienvenida. Deseamos que los trabajos en este seminario sean productivos, sean de trascendencia en la formación de los estudiantes y que siembren semillas para seguir en el emprendimiento independientemente de la carrera o la ingeniería que estén estudiando. Esta es una primera actividad muy importante en el año que los felicito por llevar a cabo y espero que se sigan repitiendo estas fórmulas que nos ponen a pensar y nos ponen los ojos y nos ponen el aprendizaje en otras latitudes y en otros países. Les deseamos mucho éxito en este evento y si me lo permiten, siendo las 8:03, se puede declarar formalmente abierto e inaugurado el Seminario Internacional de Líderes en Emprendimiento, Leaders in Entrepreneurship. Thank you so much. Professor Patel. Thank you. Gracias, Dr. Javier Rodríguez.
Thank you very much, Doctora Carla. So I will be the moderator of this session. So it is an honor to present our first speaker, Professor Darsha Patel, originally from India, who today will share with us the exhibition called Learn, Share, and Grow. Allow me to refer to a small profile of Professor Patel, outstanding career in his professional and work performance in public and private sector organizations, and in particular, dealing and guiding people and young people. Parte de su trayectoria some part of his background. Lo voy a decir en inglés. He is a mentor, motivator, mover, and shaker. His mission, humanizing relationships. He loves mentoring people, seeing people grow, and connecting with people who are passionate about life. His professional training, senior IT, professional with rich experience of more than 26 years. He has an expertise in digital solutioning, SAP, ERP, learning and competency development, project management, solution delivery, training and software development. He has worked with leading international organizations such as IBM, TCS, HCL, EDS, among others. He handled diversified accounts that include pharma, banks, manufacturing, CPG, and retail domains. Also, he has executed professional assignments in countries like Australia, China, India, Japan, Kenya, Mexico, and Singapore. So he has played various roles: head of operations, project manager, delivery manager, etc. It is important to comment on the dynamics to follow in this presentation. First, the exposition of Professor Patel. Please use the chat space to write your questions. At the end of the conference, Professor Patel will respond your questions. So please, Professor Patel, go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Javier and Carla, for the warm welcome. And thank you, everyone, for being part of this session. I can see many faces who are part of this session. And even though I'm an Indian, I'm Hindu, but I'm a Tapatio. So I'm Hindu Tapatio. Yeah. And I would love to see your faces. So if possible, if you can make your camera on for maybe say 1 minute, I will greet everyone with the name and say hi, because this session is all about entrepreneurship, people. And when you want to become an entrepreneur, you need to love the people. And as I can say, humanizing relationships. A business starts with human and relationships. And we cannot develop relationship without knowing each other. So if you can make your camera on, I'll be really happy. If you have limitations, it's okay. It's not a force to make the camera on, but really it will be a great pleasure to see future entrepreneurs, those who want to make a career as a businessman or a woman. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hey. Hi, Carla, Alma, Flor, Diana, Gabby, Sandra, Jose, Comsoc, Paola, Valeria, and so many. So I'm quite happy to greet you from India. Right now I'm on vacation, having real fun time. And this attire is special for tomorrow. In fact, we were having a photo session in office because tomorrow we are celebrating a special day in India, and that is our Republic Day. On this day, Constitution of India came in place before almost 74 years. In 1950, India has written its constitution to announce it as a Republic of India. And Mexico has a special place because Mexico has announced us an official nation. So it's a friendship year between India and Mexico. And this is a 73rd year of friendship. So it's a long way, long journey between India and Mexico. And coincidentally, my company's name itself is India, Mexico. So if you search Darsha Patel, India, Mexico, you will get probably my details on Google. Don't search it now. I think without wasting much of the time, let me move Now you can switch off your cameras if you want and pay attention to the presentation. Professor, can I go ahead and present?
Please go ahead. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you. So hopefully my screen is visible. Yes. Great.
Yes.
Yes. So I'm presenting something on learning. Yeah. And let me hide this. Great. So when we say learn, share, and grow, the first word itself is learning. And why we learn? We learn for future. We learn for success. We learn to get wisdom. We learn how to do analytics. We learn how to get skills. Yeah. And what we learn? We learn technology. We learn science. We learn about innovations. We learn improvements. We learn solutions. So this graphics displays learning and its related terms in an essence. But the key thing is learning. From where to start? So let's start with the first step. Learn, share, and grow. And let's begin with learning to learn. Yeah. So when it comes to learn, we have to learn how to learn. So as you can see, yes, thank you for enabling the caption. I think people will able to even understand in Spanish. And let me speak a little slow so that everybody can understand, because it's a virtual medium. So I know it's difficult sometimes to understand my accent, but don't mind. I would like to answer all your queries at end of the session, and we will have enough time to interact with each other at the end of the session. So this baby is learning from the mother how to learn. Now we need someone like the mother who can teach learning. And now in this era, nobody has time. So how we will facilitate that learning? There is a shortcut and there is a way about going ahead with learning. And that's my principle, that's sharing. So the first question is why? You know, when we ask why, we get a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge. And it's a child's way of learning. Whenever we are kid, we used to ask so many questions. Yeah? Why this, why that? And you can see here in the graphics, you can see understanding. Understanding increases when we increase our context. Yeah. So first we get data, and anyone can get data on Google. You do a Google and you get the data. Then the data we convert into information. So there is a difference between a data and information. Data is, a raw form of information. And then we cook it and make it information. And then we convert into a knowledge. So till the knowledge part, we reach and we become happy. But we get wisdom, we get actual applicable knowledge when we keep on asking why. So our understanding increases and it gets converted into a wisdom by asking why. Now I want to show you this one. I think many of you may have heard about ChatGPT. If those who has heard about ChatGPT, kindly raise your hand. Sorry, I'm not able to see. So let me just, escape from this one. Stop sharing. Okay. So how many of you have seen, or used ChatGPT? Okay. Let me show. Yeah, the professor has used it. So let me show a wonderful tool, which is called ChatGPT. Very easy to make you learn anything and everything on this earth. Yeah. So I'm sharing my screen once again. And I want to show you ChatGPT, that wonderful tool. So this is a platform from OpenAI, and I will type one basic question. Active learning, practice, feedback, self-reflection, finding connections. And it is important to find the learning strategies that works best for you to be consistent and persistent in this approach. Yeah, so it's an effective learning mechanism, how to learn. But now I'll ask a different question to ChatGPT. Oh no, so it's coming, wrong. Yeah, so it is providing you all the details, which is one step ahead of Google. Google was not providing you this way. Google provides lot many pages while this comprehends. Now, suppose I ask a very basic question. So, isn't it wonderful?
Yes.
Now, yeah, it is.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
So now as we,
It's amazing.
yeah, it's amazing. So it can give you, an effective view, and then suppose how to be an entrepreneur. So your complete course will be covered in this one slide. Yeah. Identify need of the market, develop business plan, raise capital, build a team. Yeah. So every entrepreneur needs to do a lot of hard work. It requires dedication and perseverance. It's not for everyone. Yeah, it is for trained professionals, those who would like to have that passion in them. It is not 9 to 5 job. Being an entrepreneur requires to put a lot of efforts. Yeah, and that thing we all can use and implement. So this is why I have said that we can ask the question why and we can get the answer. And this is the tool which I have demonstrated, which is going to replace so many things, including human at certain places. It is a challenging thing, or it's a challenge for many. Are you able to see it in a full screen or no?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay. Let me see. Now,
Yeah.
is it a full screen?
Yes.
Perfect. So as you can see here, this platform will allow you to learn, but not holistically. It can give you information how to learn. Just like an example, it will tell you how to make tamales, but it will not bring tamales in your plate. to bring tamale in your plate, either you have to go and spend 20 pesos and buy it from the street vendor, or you have to cook yourself. But that AI or robots will not do that for you. Similarly, for business, it will guide you, but the hard work needs to be done by an individual, and a rigorous hard work is required. That's why I present this slide, that an empty bottle cannot fill an empty glass. If you want to share a knowledge and you want to grow, if that is your objective, you want to grow your business, you need to share. And I will explain you how sharing can be a magical thing. Right now, I am sharing something with you with almost 32 people. And by that way, I am coming in connection with you all guys. True? One of you can reply, yeah. So I am connecting with you because I have shown that openness to Professor Javier, that I am available to share. And by that way, I am getting love and respect from more than 32 people. So, but I am sharing this because my bottle has Coca-Cola, full of Coca-Cola. Yeah, means my empty bottle will not able to fill the empty glass. If I have tequila in this bottle, I'll only able to give tequila. If I have Pepsi in this bottle, I'll able to give Pepsi. But my bottle is empty, I'll not able to give anything to others. So first thing first is we need to fill our bottle, our mind, with something useful and effective so that we can give it to society. Once again, my example, if I don't have knowledge about learn, share, and grow, I will not come to this platform and interact with you guys, and I will not become happy. You will not be aware that how much happiness I'm deriving while talking to you guys. I will love to come in person and meet you, shake hands with all of you once I'm back to Guadalajara, provided Professor Javier invites me again. Professor?
Of course.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
So I would like to give, and giving is gaining for me. I gain respect. Yeah. When you abuse somebody, you will get abuse. When you give respect, you will gain respect. And that is explained in the second slide. Garbage in, garbage out. Means if you give disrespect to somebody, the person will give you disrespect. As a businessman, if you smile, that person most probably will come again and again back to you and smile. If you cheat somebody, that is disrespect, that is garbage. Yeah. As a businessman, a cheating business cannot survive long. So if you give the garbage to someone, you are bound to get the garbage sooner or later. So what you share is important. Either you are sharing the sad face like this and remaining sad, definitely the other person will not like it. We human, we like smile. So if you smile at someone, and which is very common in Mexico or Mexico, people say buenos dias, buenas tardes, and smile, which is not possible in many parts of the world. I've been to more than 16 countries, actively worked with people, and I have observed a busy minds, engaged minds, and nowadays engaged in cell phone. So in Mexico also it is now reducing. People are always and ever busy on their phone. They even have forgotten to smile at their colleagues. Many times I ask them that, do you know who is sitting next to you in your college while you are studying, or what he's, his native, from where he is coming, whether Monterrey or, Mexico City or Querétaro or Guadalajara. Many of them doesn't know each other. And COVID has increased this gap once, furthermore. So what happens as an ultimate result? People start gaining stress and the performance get deteriorating. This is the one of the reason which I have identified why people do not share, because for them the performance is important, But when the performance is important and you are stressed to give the performance, your performance always deteriorates. So to reduce the stress, I suggest this triangle. You should increase your performance by utilizing your skills, which you must have gained in your college. Skills are quite important. Without that, you can't survive. But along with skills, you need to have directions, motivation, just like today's session. Many people do not like to sit or do not like to listen for extended period of time, and specifically in this generation. The average attention span of a human being is less than even a goldfish. May I get answer from you in the chat box? What is the average attention span of a human being? Or somebody can, do Chat GPT or Google and say me. No worries.
One has heard that it was like a third of their age. So like a 6-year-old will only have like 2 minutes attention span. That's what I've heard once. I'm not sure.
Correct. So that was the statistics long ago, but with the invention of Reels and TikTok and so many things, you must have observed these Reels and all these things are less than a minute, and many people, they make it even 30 seconds. So if first 8 seconds of any reel is not eye-catchy, people will scroll it up. Have you done it yourself? True or false? When we are watching a TikTok video, or when we are watching a YouTube reel or a Facebook reel or Instagram, we scroll based upon the engagement of that reel. So our attention span is getting decreased. So for that, we need to have directions from a mentor, and we need to listen to mentor, which is difficult. Many of us do not even approach the mentor. I get very surprised. I have announced my phone number. I have announced my email address openly to all the platforms wherever I am available. And hardly 20 to 30 people approaches me every month for a guidance. This world has a population of 8 billion. Even my search results, every month, people, more than 50 to 60,000 unique people searches for my content or reaches me out. So out of those 50 to 60,000 people, I am doing research on that. Even people do not find it worthy to have a mentor. And I never have said no to a deserving person to be his or her mentor. And why I am doing this mentorship? Because with every new individual, with every new person, human being, he comes with a question, and many of the time, I don't have the answer. So first, I learn, and then I share. And that's the reason behind my growth. And that's my motivation also. I have a personal motive to live a life of legend and life of legacy. I want to be super successful, not over the night, by doing hard work, by performing, by loving people, and by engaging into the activities which add value to the community. I don't want to be a politician who earns money over the night, or I don't want to be a lawyer, neither a criminal. All these professions where making money is easier, or I don't want to cheat someone and make great fortune. I'm happy with what I'm earning. At the same time, helping others definitely makes me earn. I will share that secrets very soon. Even on my blogs, I write those secrets. Now, why many times people stop doing or giving, stop learning? One thing is perfectionism. We want to do everything perfect, We want to become perfect. Suppose somebody wants to write a blog or want to create a website or want to create, even for that sake, a YouTube video, or want to be a presenter like me. They're not doing it because they fear that I will not be perfect. That is one thing. Second thing, what they fear is people will laugh at me. People will make fun of me. True or not? True. So many people fears that how I'll be looked. People will question my genius, that am I good or not? So such kind of thing is called perfectionism, where you feel shy in creation itself. You kill your dreams, you kill your learning path before even it born, you know. So that is abortion of ideas. And as an entrepreneur, you should not do it. Have your ideas, bring it on table. Ideas may fail. You will get another way to do the right thing. But if you don't do anything, if you just wait for perfection, perfection, and perfection, years will pass by and you will be left with only procrastination. It will come in the next slides. The second thing, the time is a commodity which cannot be stored anywhere. I ask a question when I'm, physically there in a meeting room, that can you save the time in a bottle? Can you, put a time in the bottle and put the cap on it? Or can you take the time and store it into your cupboard? No. Time comes to you every morning. God gives us 24 hours and we have to finish that 24 hours, whether waiting for perfection or take action. So do not wait to become perfect. Take action. And that's the secret of many creative artists. They start composing, they start singing, they start drawing. And by that way, they see their creation in front of them. And that creation makes them happy to share that creation with others. So that's the art of sharing. Here you can say two girls are sharing ice cream with each other. And they are able to share the ice cream because they have ice cream. Yeah, so they have gained something and they have not waited for, to get a perfect ice cream or perfect moment. Yeah. So the similar thing I suggest, that be open to share the knowledge and ideas which you have gained without being perfect. Don't wait for judgment, others to judge you. And don't judge others. That is also one key thing. Come out of those limitations. And when you do not judge others, and this is not a preaching, this is not Bible, this is a business. Not judging is been taught in Bible, but similarly, it is been taught in business also. If you keep judging your customers, it will be a problem. Imagine a shopkeeper keep judging his customer that I will only serve a person who comes in a blazer or who comes with a sombrero or sombrero. What is it? The cap, hat, Mexican hat?
Yeah, Mexican hat. Yeah.
So if he decide only to serve those who comes in a Mexican hat, or he decide only to serve Mexicans, no Europeans, no Americans, no Indians, he himself will lose money, correct? So similarly, do not hesitate in sharing your opportunities. Do not judge people. Share it openly. And that will give you a unique advantage. Now, there are certain techniques which you have to use. One of them is collaboration. Collaborate with each other. And again, this will require a great amount of teamwork, a vision of a visionary. Don't think small. Motivational speakers give you a lot of advice that everything is possible. You can do everything and anything on this earth. I'm not a motivational speaker. I'm a practical speaker. I speak what is possible, what is doable. So here, teamwork is possible. Being visionary is possible. Controlling emotions, controlling, your thought process is possible. Motivation is just a small part of it. Motivation cannot make you, active. You need to be active from inside with your motive to do teamwork, plan, control. Even you need management, which you have already learned. So utilize all the traits and skills. The next one is commitment. And this is a very key thing to commit your skills, your ability for your success. If I say that Professor Javier will eat pizza and I will satisfy my hunger, it's not possible. Yeah. If I want to become hunger free, or I want to satisfy myself, I have to eat myself. So the commitment is for sure for self. It is a responsibility of self. Then commitment starts with a communication. You need to communicate. It requires integrity. I cannot lie. If I'm a person with a low level of integrity, people will not listen to me or believe in me after a couple of transactions. It requires trust. And believe me, in Mexico, I have seen these qualities at a higher level than other people. So two qualities which I have seen in people of Mexico. One is they smile a lot. Second thing, their integrity is higher compared to other part of the world. They are people friendly. They maintain the trust, majority of them. So all this quality, if you have, there is a high chance you will become a successful entrepreneur and a person who can share. But this thing comes in between. Whenever an alarm rings, we procrastinate in the morning and we think that not today, we will do it tomorrow, not now, someday I will do it. Or we can say, when I say that, is this work possible? People say probably, or they use the word I will try. And then when somebody says I will try, I will understand from my side that he will give a half-hearted response, or probably there are high chances that he will not do it. A committed individual doesn't do procrastination. And if somebody does procrastination, it is bound, he is going to fail in this process of learning. Forget sharing. A procrastinator cannot learn, and if he cannot learn, he cannot share, neither he can grow. So as we have summarized a couple of aspects of growth, and I have just taken 40 minutes to explain you the complete presentation. Now in the subsequent slides, I would like to say about one key aspect, which is called peer-to-peer learning. Peer-to-peer learning is nothing but you as a team will come together and will join with each other to teach a new concept, a new, new method of learning, or new method of doing business. Stimulate the business before you enter into business. Because when you start a business, you have to put money into it, isn't it? But when you start something in collaboration with a team, you can simulate that business in your college itself. You can do barter, you can exchange ideas. Give one idea to other, the other person will give you an idea. So I recommend to start a business mastermind group in your college. And who all have done the mastermind? Let us ask the ChatGPT itself. So So Thomas Alva Edison and Einstein being part of mastermind group. Let's see if, and you must be know Edison and Einstein, yeah? It will correct, yeah, Albert Einstein. Oh, Einstein was not, means my knowledge is wrong, but Einstein was part of certain groups. So he was known for seeking out the company of other intellectuals, both inside and outside his field. And that way he has stimulated his own thinking and gained new perspective in his work. He is also known as to have corresponded with other scientists and philosophers and would share these ideas and feedback. So by this way, as I have explained, the legends of our time, those who seek knowledge or who wanted to work to gain the knowledge, have indulged into relationships with each other, where they have gained the knowledge, they have asked for knowledge, and by that way they have connected with each other. So these three concepts, learn, share, and grow, requires a systematic connections of individuals, those who collaborates, those who connects, and those who commits. So hopefully each one of you will engage into such kind of constructive activity. Now the floor is open to ask the question, and I would really love to participate in answering your questions. Let's be, open to each other. There is no question is wrong, no question is right. If you are feeling shy of asking these questions in the chat group, you can personally send me as a DM. Yeah, so nobody will know, and I will not announce the name also, because that is the fear of being being judged. Makes people not to ask questions. So let's have an agreement that you will ask me at least a question. Yeah, something which is coming to your mind.
Yeah. Thank you, Professor Patel. We have a question of Mercy Anaya, who is the responsible of the Laboratory of Innovation and Entrepreneurship here at CULagos. So she asks, when mentoring, when and how do you set a limit when the mentor is not responding or not doing her share?
Very good question. Yeah, so definitely we need to set a limit and a boundary.
Gracias, pequeñas. Ya nos fuimos.
So human psychology is, if you feed someone what he doesn't deserve, either one thing, he will not eat it. Yeah. Second thing, he might sell it to others. He throw it in a garbage bin. Or because of your pressure, that person eats even, he will vomit. He will not able to digest. So identify your mentee, give a homework to that person, make sure that person is responsive and responsible. In my mentoring style, when a person joins with me, I give an assignment, and I will show you an example of it. Probably that will explain, it in complete detail, that what happens and what is my mentoring style. And I'm very tough mentor. I'm not easygoing. Yeah. So let me show you. I'm sharing my screen.
Sorry, Bertalicia, can you turn off your microphone, please?
Sí, gracias. Si pueden apagar sus micrófonos. Gracias.
So you can see my website.
Yes, we
So
can.
this is
Yeah.
mastermind group I run, and here people can join it openly. First batch is starting and they can register. But now the key thing over here is I do mentoring. Oh, sorry, not this page. It's a something different. Let me just hide this. So here, this is my story, but this is mentoring by me. Yeah. I provide first 15-minute free, and those 15 minutes are free every week. And then I ask that person to watch the video first, and I make him or her understand mentoring is important for mentees, what a role of mentee and what actually they should be doing. So I ask them to repeatedly watch this video. One is of 3 minutes, one is of 9 minutes. So they will be clear about their role. Then I provide them material on Google Drive. Yeah. Mental health, increase performance, how to increase grit, early career management, how to manage midlife crisis, how to switch career. Yeah. So all such points, I provide them this one. And then I ask them to join the Google Classroom. And then people, keep on asking questions and all that. It is not that active right now. But if somebody joins, I get a question, I give them homework, and they have to fulfill this homework. So by this way, I do screening. I actively look at the people, those who are interested. And if they pass my exams, after 1 month, I enroll him in a mentorship program. So the boundary is already set before he gets connected with me, so that he will not end up wasting my time. And this is what I recommend at even colleges, wherever I have visited. Yes, it is open for all students and people of all ages, so they can join. Mastermind group, you just register. Even to join the mastermind group also, there is a small fees of 250 pesos, a commitment fees, but the return is absolutely amazing. And the fees is only charged to those who get selected. Means it is not open for all in terms, and every incompetent guy will not be selected. Only those who are showing that level of commitment and that kind of, a cooperation or collaborative nature, they will connect, and people across the world are going to be part of it. So it is getting launched in mid-February or early March.
Si alguien tiene algún comentario, alguna pregunta para el profesor.
Thanks, Mercy.
Maestra Alma, por favor, adelante.
Thank you, Dr. Patel. It has been very helpful for me, your conference, and I like the way that you say that sometimes we forget to smile in the business world, and not just in the business in some countries. And I think it's not just Mexico. I think also Latin America people are like that. But I want to ask you, how is important that the mentor guide you with the example to the mentee, and also if should be some it should be some empathy, and if it's important, what do you think?
Yes. So if I frame your question once again, you're asking a mentor-mentee relationship.
Yes.
A mentor should have empathy for mentee.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Definitely, a mentor cannot be a great mentor without empathy. He should definitely understand that he has an experience, or she has an experience of years, and the person who is joining as a mentee is a raw material, starting crawling, or just started learning. Just like a baby who starts learning, may fall down, may not start running from the day one. So a mentor should not expect the mentee to run from the day one. But one thing mentor can expect is the baby has a willingness to run, at least to walk. Yeah. So that is what I taste for 1 month. And why 1 month? Because people may have wasted months and months and months to procrastinate. So I allow them enough time to become calm, compose, think what they exactly want in their life. So if mentee gives enough thought process to it and think that they are ready to become mentee, I mentor them with love. I full-heartedly support them. I empathize with them. I do not pressure and give stress. I'll teach them how to overcome the stress. Thank you, by the way. Thank you, Alma.
Thank you.
Thank you, Professor. Mercy wanted to express or to comment some question also.
Yeah, sure.
Please go ahead. Mercy, are you there? So,
I think she's on her way.
oh, okay. So I will take the space to recognize the presentation of Professor Patel. It has been very important. Here we have many students and staff, academics. So Professor Patel has explained us a different area that is important when we are teaching our students or in an academical life. So I wrote the messages that soft skills are more demanded and more appreciated in the labor market, right? So huge, not big, huge enterprises or firms contract people with this kind of skills. The way they interact, they communicate, they collaborate, they create, they think, they grow, all that you have expressed very well, Professor Patel. So my question is how you have seen this experience in big firms such as you have collaborated, such as IBM and others.
Correct. So the question is very valid that in different firms, the culture differs. So there are many kind of cultures exist, and this culture differs from college to universities to school. Like in India, we have over competitive culture because we are 140 million. Yeah. Or 140 means 140 crore. While Mexicans are only 14 crore. The land mass is almost equal. So the resources are equal, but we are 10 times more. So the competition is more. So we are competing, probably, we compete while we born even, we get birth. Yeah, we compete for getting clean water and air and everything, which is not that common in Mexico. But as it is said, it gives you an advantage. By birth, you become competitive. You start, but the disadvantage is you start competing even with your brother. You fight with them, you become super aggressive. So every advantage has disadvantage. Now, as you have asked, the culture of different companies, whether they allow collaboration or not, that solely depends on one person called BOSS, boss. So the boss in any company makes or breaks the team. Company may have intelligent people. Company may have, superhumans. But if the boss is toxic, the team will become toxic. The people will not perform. So if you want to be a good boss, you want to have a profitable business, a good entrepreneur, first become a good human. Yes. Without becoming a good human, you will not have good team. Don't blame your team. Don't blame on their incompetence. Blame yourself first. If you are good, everybody will be good. But if you have that kind of jealousy, inferiority complex, incompetency, no vision, procrastination, it will automatically be transferred to your employees. It is like garbage in, garbage out. Professor?
Thank you, Professor Patel. Voy a mencionarlo un poco en español para que quede más claro. Espero haber entendido bien el comentario del profesor Patel. Yo lo que mencionaba es que en las grandes compañías o firmas internacionales, pues básicamente está siendo más valorado las habilidades blandas. Es decir, aquí hay muchos estudiantes de diferentes carreras. Nosotros nos centramos en una vida académica, pero lo que yo comentaba es que no todo es una vida académica, conocimientos, preparación, habilidades, sino que también hay una parte que se debe desarrollar entre los estudiantes y tienen que aprovechar las aulas o la comunidad que tienen en cada uno de sus salones. Y el profesor Patel pues mencionaba que es correcto, que es muy importante en las organizaciones, porque, por ejemplo, si los jefes o los empresarios no tienen una buena actitud con sus colaboradores, pues tampoco no la van a tener como equipo y como organización. Y también menciona que efectivamente en las empresas o grandes empresas tienen súper talentos ya casi similares a lo que sería una máquina, ¿verdad?, de inteligencia artificial, pero que eso no suele ser suficiente, sino que hay que desarrollar otras habilidades entre los colaboradores para poder obtener pues el máximo rendimiento o productividad en las compañías, ¿no? Espero haberlo traducido bien, luego lo platicaré con el profesor Patel. Si alguien tiene alguna pregunta o comentario sobre la exposición.
Okay, I think I recommend everyone, even though they are, logged in from mobile. Today I had a talk with Elon Musk along with Bill Gates, and they have decided to give a $1 billion to those who responds yes in the chat. Can you respond yes? And you will get $1 billion.
Yes.
$1 billion just to write yes. Yes, Alma is the first one. Who else wants $1 billion? I just want to see. Yes, Jose wants $1 billion. Javier, Gaby, Diana, yeah, Rocio, Nancy, todo bien. Yeah, Sandra, Juan Carlos. Great. So I think $1 billion is something, exciting. And remaining people are not even excited. Yeah. Probably your mobile keyboard is not working. And this is not a joke. Today's session can be worth $1 billion plus. One of you may become a billionaire if you grab this knowledge and implement. You know, ChatGPT got sold in 17 billion US dollar. Just recently, Microsoft has purchased it. Yeah. So $1 billion idea is important. Yeah. So, and today probably I have given several ideas of $1 billion. Just select one and implement. Yeah. Marcia now at last has agreed to get $1 billion. Who else wants? Yeah. So open up. Have your, thought process clear that everything starts with you. I'm not a motivational speaker once again. There is nothing wrong in motivation. Motivation is required, but responsibility is more important than that. A desire. You have a responsibility to deserve. Yeah. So be deserving, not just greedy, but think that I want something. And then your journey will start. Suppose you want to travel from Mexico to India. What you will do first? You will purchase a ticket, yeah, air ticket. Or you will see your itinerary. You will check whether your passport is there. You have a Indian visa. I think Sandra has asked a question.
Please go ahead.
Oh, thank you, Sandra, for compliments.
Thank you. Was a comment, not still a question. Sorry
Yeah,
for
yeah,
interrupting.
even I have made out. Yes, you have said thank you. And everybody can be innovative. You just mimic. Just see Steve Jobs' lecture, and you can gain a lot of things. But if you don't mimic him, you will not able to implement. Yeah. So Steve Jobs has shared, but you have to learn. Yeah.
You're right. Thank
So,
you.
so you watch the videos, internalize it, do a follow-up, implement it, and see, nobody will stop you becoming a billionaire. Yes, you may need to work for 5 or 10 years. I think it's enough. Yeah.
Yes,
Best
you're
of
right.
luck,
Thank you.
everyone. Yeah.
We are
Best of luck, everyone.
taking our notes.
Yes.
Well, I really thanks to Professor Patel. If there is no question, so we can finish the participation of Dr. Patel. Thank you, Dr. Patel. It is nice to see you again. I hope we can find one to each other and all the community of CULagos once presential, not virtually. So thank you so much.
And
for
I
your
would
presentation.
definitely love to come in person to your
Yeah.
university and to meet whomsoever is present on that day with a big smile on my face. And I would love to greet everyone.
Okay. Thank you so much. Doctora Carla.
Thank you so much, Professor Patel. It was very interesting lecture, and let me some questions to think about. Thank you so much for this perspective that is very innovative, and thank you for being here. This is your home, what the Mexican says every time. So thank you so much again.
Welcome. Mucho gusto.
Mucho gusto.
Gracias. Thank you so much. So good morning, good night. Good night, Professor Patel. Con esto terminamos la presentación, la primera presentación del profesor Patel. Muchas gracias y seguiremos en las actividades de este primer seminario de líderes en emprendimiento.